Okay, so we are here to talk about meditation. I know that not everybody likes this, and whenever people think of meditation, they think of the fact that they need to set an hour a day, listen to some fancy music, and try to get into the zone. Well, that's not true. I would hear a lot of excuses, such as saying that, oh, this just doesn't work for me. I hate it. I don't want to do it. Please, can we go talk about something else and talk about what better ways there are to help me? Well, I will say it like this: whether you are using tarot or a sort of divination for everyday use, or if you want to get higher up there, everyone, in a sense, needs to have clearer energy and a way to communicate and better understand what the guides around them are saying. When someone tries to contact other sorts of energies without knowing the energies that are around them that are trying to help them, that is where we end up getting, well, the people who end up going on a bit of a bad route, and who probably end up falling flat on their faces. The first thing you gotta do is to make contact within your guides and within yourself. Well, what if you don't have time for it? I will say it like this: I am a busy person. I go to work, I go to school, I juggle everything. I take about 10 minutes of my time to meditate. I take about 5 to 10 minutes to meditate and to clear out my aura. So then, what if, you know, I feel as if there is a huge mess around me, and when I try to close my eyes, I just feel all frantic and panicky, and I just can't seem to clear my mind, and when I close my eyes, it just feels like it's gonna get worse, and this is just not helping me. Well, we do have a lot of people who actually have that problem. It's actually fairly common. What I would recommend is you get a crystal. It doesn't have to be fancy, it just has to be a crystal. My favorite crystals to use are amethyst, clear quartz, any type of quartz. Obsidian is nice, sometimes tourmaline. I also do wear a chakra bracelet. Chakra bracelets are really nice. So, what I would do is I would hold on to that crystal, and I would just let my thoughts melt in to that crystal. And let me explain to you what a crystal actually is. A crystal is a filter for someone. Like, it'll filter out the negative thoughts, and it'll filter out what you may be feeling that may be spiritually blocking you. And there are people who know more about chakras than I do, and you can look up online as to what crystal you should get to open up that point said chakra. I personally recommend the clear quartz just simply because it's an all around good crystal. It helps with all of your chakras, and I simply love the quartz. You can work with other crystals too. What I would just say is go to a crystal shop and just use your intuition. So then, why do I feel as if I can't, quote unquote, meditate? A lot of people think that meditation is, going into the Zen zone, and they think about wearing this robe, and that it's an hour-long thing, and a lot of times we feel as if, there is this half where we have one darker half and we have one lighter half. Well, truth be told, that's not true. Humans are complex, and we have, I wouldn't say that we're light and we're dark. I would say that we're a bit of a combination of both. And we do have these things that we have to acknowledge within ourselves. Instead of it being half and half, it's usually a mess. And how is it a mess? Well, you'll find that it's more common than you think. Not everyone is perfect. We have things like anxiety, stress, depression, other mental illnesses, even some physical conditions. But mainly, I would say the most common things are anxiety, stress, and depression. So, what you should do is realize that, okay, we're not on the same boat, and within spirituality, we're trying to find our own path and see what works for us rather than what may work for someone else. Being a psychic and being a witch should have never been a religion in the first place, and we do have people who sadly kind of make it a community and who kind of make it rather a bit cult-like. I have nothing against those people, it's just everyone has a different way as to doing it, but the first step is to learn how to communicate within yourself and within your guides. If your chakras aren't clear, and if you yourself are not clear as a person, the magic you may try to do and the messages that may be trying to get to you may be blocked. And if you feel as if you need to cleanse yourself a bit more, you can always take what is called a spiritual bath. I had a friend recommend this bath because, well, it's inexpensive and you don't have to go your way out to buy all these herbs. What I would recommend, or what this person recommended, was coffee. Coffee is a natural cleanser. You would mix coffee and salt, and if this is optional, you would mix a little bit of ammonia. And when you take that spiritual bath, you would want to stay in there for about 21 minutes, and it will clear a little bit of the lower energies you may feel, and you will get that sense of feeling that like you've cleansed yourself. And then after being in that bath, of course, you would want to wash with the regular body wash you'd have and clean yourself. The way I see it is, it shouldn't have to cost a lot of money to get services that would cleanse yourself, and it shouldn't have to be as much of an effort to meditate. Just go based off of your intuition. Get a crystal, and once you master the parts of cleansing yourself and have a regular meditation habit, you can then rise up and work on, the things that your guides are trying to tell you to work on. Because you should start with what you have before trying to aim higher. With any sort of spiritual route, you start with the roots before you climb and grow into a tree. Thank you.